Hi friends, welcome back. So headlines, space firms pitch SpaceX workers hurt by Musk relocation plan. And this is an interesting one because I mentioned this yesterday, but I wanted to do a follow-up because essentially Musk announced that, hey guys, I'm picking up a shop. We're moving SpaceX and Twitter/X from California to Texas. And essentially the reason that Musk is giving, I guess there's some sort of new trans student privacy law in California schools. So maybe for Mr. Musk every day he wakes up worried about trans people. Maybe that's on his mind. Maybe that's on your mind. I laugh because it's not really on my mind all day, every day. But I get it. If you're in certain social spheres on social media, that's all they talk about. But honestly, guys, I don't think it's really about the trans law at all. I think Musk is using that as an excuse to get out of California for other reasons. And I think what it is because California state authorities are protecting workers, and also too looking at false advertising and essentially doing different investigations on Musk. So let me show you some headlines of what I'm talking about here. For example, Tesla to face nearly 6,000 black workers in factory racism lawsuit, right? So this was a couple years ago. Or something like this. Texas must face California's false marketing claims concerning autopilot. That was just a month ago, right? Or something like this. Fired SpaceX workers sue Musk for sexual harassment and retaliation. The lawsuit filed in California State Court claims Musk purposely created an unwelcome hostile work environment. And this is, again, just a month ago. And my opinion is that Musk is looking for any kind of reason to not pay employees, any kind of reason to harass employees, whatever. And also, too, I think if you want to cut costs for Mr. Musk, just pick up headquarters, move shop, and that not all of your employees will want to go with you. And so they'll just quit and you don't have to worry about firing them, etc. So I think that, like I said, that it's not really about the trans school law. He's just looking for some excuse to move. Now, I understand some people say, oh, no, it's all about that. Maybe, maybe, but that's not how I see it. The other thing, too, I want to mention with this stuff, guys, is he's becoming increasingly more political, which is, I'll just say, a lot of CEOs avoid this stuff because, you may have a bunch of your employees that agree with you, maybe you have a bunch that disagree with you, but either way, it's to be so active all of the time on social media. My personal opinion is, hey, you have the freedom to speech, do whatever you like, say whatever you like, but there are ramifications of that. And again, you are a CEO of multiple companies, and if your employees are in California, there's a high chance they might necessarily agree with your views. But regardless, this is what your CEO is spending all his time doing. And this is interesting because essentially other companies now are trying to get employees from SpaceX. They're saying, hey, if you don't want to leave California or you want to go somewhere else like Paris, which I'll show you, consider our company. So let's read this here. It says, this is interesting. And then SpaceX is also trying to essentially bribe, or not bribe, right word, we'll say goad. Well, I can say bribe, but they're trying to convince employees to stay with the company. So it says here, offering perks and inclusive office cultures, space startups are making a drive to recruit SpaceX workers disillusioned by Elon Musk's plans to move his rocket launcher headquarters from California to Texas. So other companies are, maybe getting signing bonuses saying, hey, we're going to be more welcoming culture, etc. Moreover, this is the one I was mentioning before. It was right here. It was the French one. Meanwhile, the CEO of the French aerospace company Latitude call on, quote, SpaceX employees misaligned with these values looking to join an inclusive, highly ambitious rocket company in a great living city near Paris. This is, I mentioned this before and I'll mention it again. This is the thing with Mr. Musk. Sometimes when he's busy with his Twitter fingers, not necessarily thinking things through and just doing things on a whim. And then he expects all his employees to go along with it. And then the funny thing about it, I understand if you watch social media, it seems like all of the Tesla stock pumpers could go along with anything that Musk says. But just think about this logically, guys. Whatever job that you have right now, you wake up one day and you find out that you're moving cities because your boss said it's time to move. Just think about what it's like to tell your spouse and your kids, sorry, kids, it's time to move. My boss just decided to move today. And it's out of the blue. Or, imagine you just put down a payment on your down payment on a house, right? You're like, oh, I like my job. Everything's going okay. We decided to stay here. And suddenly your boss is like, hey, time to move. And this is the kind of stuff I'm saying, if you're a CEO that cares about your workers, you would consider this kind of stuff. But I understand. there are people out here who worship this guy, and it is what it is. Says here, and this is regarding the gender thing. It says here, Musk said he will relocate the headquarters for X and SpaceX on his X social media site Tuesday, citing frustration over a new law in California related to transgender children in public schools. And again, I don't wake up every day thinking about this issue. Maybe you do, but I don't. I think it's such a small minority of people. And I don't know, maybe some people out there think that, hey, Chris, you just don't understand. Every school wants my kid to be transgender. maybe. I'm not so worried about that myself, but that's just me. This is the California governor that says, California governor's office responded to Musk's tweet, noting that following Tesla X moved to Texas in 2021, the company ended up expanding in California, relocating global engineering and AI headquarters to the Golden State. It turns out maybe the talent that you want to work for your company wants to stay in California, right? That might be a real thing. Guys, I want to look at the map here. Here's LA, right? It's right there on the coast. There's San Francisco again on the coast. Texas, Austin is right there. I've been all around the country. I like LA. We used to live there, and I want to show you guys some pictures of this stuff. And I also want to say I grew up in Portland, which wasn't a terrible place, but it wasn't necessarily for me. I write about this stuff in my book called Positive Angle, and I mention my book because I identify with people who are in a city that maybe they don't want to be in for any number of reasons, and they want to pursue more opportunity. For me, I was in small town Oregon, and I wanted to go to the big city where there were places to have jobs, hang out with cool people, have friends, hang out with cool friends, and go to cool cafes, restaurants, right? Have fun things to do. And I want to show you guys some pictures of LA. This is my wife. This is Yeji, and she's been on the channel, and we also have a vlog channel. But I just want to show you guys what LA looks like. I think it's fantastic. We used to live there. It's really cool. This is a Dodger Stadium here. We go to Dodger games, etc. Maybe people don't like the Dodgers. Who knows? Maybe you prefer the Texas Rangers. Maybe I like the Dodgers. I like the Lakers. I like the LA Kings, etc. But I just want to show you what LA looks like. And I mention this is because some people they really like living here, and they had their job at SpaceX. It's maybe a decent job, and you live in nice places. But this is what it looks like. LA is really fun, and I find it strange. And this is sort of why I'm showing you guys pictures, because I don't know if you pay, I guess listen to all the people on Twitter/X and all the essentially, right-wing trolls. That's no other way to put it. They make it sound like LA is just this awful place. I mean, I'm looking at pictures here when we used to live there. It's really fun. I miss it, actually. It's really fun. This is a hotel. We used to go to a rooftop a bar. I think this was the Ace Hotel. It's fun. And then we go to the LACMA. This is a museum. And I'm just showing you guys pictures. Like, LA is really fun. And if if my kid's in school, I just bought a house. I have a job at SpaceX, which would be probably a cool company to work. But I guess I get it, right? You have to deal with Elon Musk and stuff like that, but I'm saying you got to work on rockets. That's cool. And then suddenly, maybe like your boss is like, well, you can still work on rockets, but you're gonna have to pick up your kids and move your house over to Texas. Some people don't want to do it. I'm just showing pictures of this is the beach here. If I said my wife's name is Yeji, I say, Yeji, hey, we got to move to Texas. My boss said we got to go. That would be a non-starter in this household. So for us, we have to live on the ocean. I'm a big ocean fan, so it's not just Yeji, it's me. I like to live on the ocean. This is what sunsets look like. And I'm showing you guys, for people who ever say bad things about living in California. I mean, if you hate the Dodgers, you hate the Lakers, and stuff like that. Maybe I like the Dodgers. I like the Lakers. I like this kind of stuff. This is Rodeo. This is Echo Park. I'm just showing you guys like this isn't a terrible, awful, most worst place in the world to live. In fact, it's pretty good. This is what it looks like. This is Malibu Seafood. Oh my God, they have the best fish and chips out there. And for those of you who live in LA, please let me know. And I should have pulled the picture, but if you like hamburger, In-N-Out hamburger is really good. So I feel like I'm working for the LA Tourism Council or whatever. But no, it's fun. I'm showing you guys. We used to live there. I really like it. So I wouldn't live in Texas. That's just me. And if people in Texas are mad and upset about that's fine. Maybe Texas is for you, but it wouldn't be for me. Like I said, it'd be a non-starter in this house. So this is Rodeo too. This is the view of the city. You can go up to Griffith Park. It's really cool. It's fun. There's so many things to do in LA, be it museums, professional sports, arts. Hollywood is there. So if you work in the film industry, which I did, so you got to work there. And then some people are like, oh, I hate everything about Hollywood. I mean, so my response would be, so you never go to the movie theater and you never watch TV shows? Is that what it is? Maybe. I still watch movies and TV. There's all sorts of stuff that I watch, and these kind of places. This is the Ace Hotel though. We used to come here all the time. It's fun. I like this kind of stuff. So anyway, I just want to share this stuff with you. I'm just pushing back on all the people who on social media who say LA is terrible all the time and they want to leave and everyone wants to go to Texas. Not necessarily. And even you see it evidenced too, with Musk, when his employees are like, saying, maybe I don't want to go. Also too, if you guys want to see more of, kind of our lives and stuff like that, this is our vlog channel. We live here in Busan. It's fun to share this kind of stuff. And I like to share this stuff because I think, how can I say, for people like this, right, who work for Mr. Musk or whatever, and sometimes it's a how can I say, it's a good thing to be able to tell your boss no if you don't want to do it and just go change jobs or whatever. And that's something I've been very fortunate. I didn't overcommit myself. I saved. I invested money, and so the reason why I mention this stuff is that I don't have to do these kind of things. and true freedom is not, in my opinion, not go and buy the Lambo and then I got to pay insurance for the Lambo and tires for the Lambo and gas for the Lambo. True freedom is being able to not have to work a job for a boss that just makes you want to move city. Like I could just say no, I don't want to go. I don't need to work for you and go work for someone else, or I don't want to work holidays. I want to go take some time off and spend it with my family, right? And if your boss doesn't like you, that you want to spend time with your family on holidays, then go find a company that honors your time and where you want to live. So I'll be curious what happens to this thing and how many employees actually indeed follow him to Texas. People like Mr. Musk, they probably he says he doesn't care about money, but I think he has multiple residences in multiple places that he stays. There was one time I was reading that he pretended like he didn't have any mansions or something like that, but it turned out he was living with another billionaire type person. like it was true that he didn't own it in his name. I think it was like in a third party's name connected to Musk, and then they lived together, like that kind of stuff. So it's for this guy. He's got. I mean, he's rich, obviously, like mega rich, right? So he's got multiple places to live. But for your average person, they may only have one home, right? Which is not unusual. Don't feel sad if you only have one home, right? That's more normal than not. Who knows how many homes Mr. Musk has, but not everyone wants to pick up shop and just go to Texas. So I think it's more about these sort of harassment suits and getting checked for false advertising in California. So anyway, like to hear your thoughts on this one, and always appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next video.